Of infertility and recession is forcing some hopeful parents to get creative. In the US, it costs as much as $100,000 to use a surrogate mother to start a family. But get on a plane to India and it could be much cheaper. RT's Priya Sridhar met one couple who did just that.
Eric and Susan Freudenthal came to India from Texas 2 weeks ago.
India is a bit of a challenge for someone who's used to traveling in the States and in Europe. But you figure out your way around.
Susan, you should come up and take a look.
And they're not here to see elephants and buy bangles. They also came to meet Peter for the first time, their new baby boy.
It was the easiest pregnancy I ever had.
Although Peter is genetically their baby, Susan didn't actually give birth to him.
Hey there, little guy.
An Indian surrogate who they never met did.
Around 10 years ago, we decided we would try to have a child, and it didn't happen naturally. We'd pretty much given up hope, and we spent a bunch of money. And that's when we just realized Indian surrogacy was actually something that was reasonable.
Surrogacy is the latest trend in the outsourcing relationship between the West and India. Since the recession began, doctors here say they've seen a demand for their services quadruple, and most of that interest is coming from abroad. That's because the price tag of surrogacy is a quarter of what it costs in the United States.
Eric and Susan found this Delhi fertility clinic online while they were at home in the U.S. They paid the clinic $25,000, which covered everything from the surrogate to the lab work. In the United States, they would have spent 4 times that much. The surrogate herself receives anywhere from $6,000 to $8,000 for the job, an amount of money that is hard to say no to for many of these women who are poor and uneducated.
For people here, it's a huge amount of money, much more than they could possibly make in a whole year.
After Neelam Chauhan's husband left her, surrogacy seemed the best way to support her 2 kids and mother.
At the end of the day, they get what they want, and I get the much-needed money.
But it's this sense of desperation that critics fear make these women vulnerable.
That because women are poor, because they are available because they have the challenge to survive, and for just survival, they have to sell their womb, and here are people who are exploiting it.
For Eric and Susan, however, the issue isn't so black and white. They're happy that their Indian surrogate gave them a shot at completing their family.
You know, she didn't seem at all upset. She seemed like she did something really nice, and as far as I'm concerned, she did.
Ending their 10-year journey to have a baby in a place they never expected. Priya Sridhar, RT, New Delhi, India.